Alright guys, welcome back to What Would They Think? A series of two characters, not really fighting, but more like what would they think of one another. And today I'm going to be doing two more episodes. Sometimes I like doing this back to back, but yeah. So here it is. As you can see in the title, what would Ra's al Ghul think of Zaheer from Legend of Korra? Now the two very much have these kind of similar goals of taking down the natural establishment, power corrupts and all that, and part of their own organizations. Zaheer was kind of the leader of the Red Lotus, and obviously the League of Assassins or Shadows. Either way, pick your poison on that name. And yeah, what would they really think of each other? Now, I could definitely see Zaheer and Ra's having a mutual respect for one another. I think they would see that their goals are very much intertwined. Like I could definitely see some respect between Zaheer and Ra's. I think Ra's would be very much impressed with Zaheer's intelligence as well as the mixture of his airbending skills. I think he would be very impressed. He has employed not a lot of powered beings, but there are some there. He has employed powered beings into his little fold, but yeah, Ra's I think, again, would be very impressed by Zaheer's skill, as well as his wisdom, and of course, how he uses airbending. And yeah, I think these two, since they have a similar mindset on, world powers, these two would definitely be in service of one another. These two would work together. These two I could definitely see teaming up. I don't really see the whole backstabbing between the two. I really don't see the backstabbing between the two the whole eventual villains don't work together. Well, if anything, actually, I think that Zaheer and Ra's would disagree on, the definition of innocence. I think the whole thing of Ra's flat out killing hundreds of people, where Zaheer just wants to take out world leaders and just have, people govern themselves. I think he would have a disagreement with Ra's on that. But other than that, I think they would be interested in working together. Now, the other thing, obviously, is that you have both of them who have had years and years of of experience, but I think Zaheer would be very curious about the Lazarus Pit. I think he would be very curious about Ra's and the use of the Lazarus Pit. Not that I don't think he'd want to use it himself. I think what he'd want to do is use it to bring Pali back, and as well as his friends. I think what he would want to do is use this to find a way to bring back Pali, Ghazan, and Minghua. He would try to use it to bring them back, but I think Ra's would stop him dead in his tracks and just be like, "Yeah, that doesn't really work. Bringing someone, trust me, I've brought people back from the dead before. It does not work out. It does not. The dead should remain dead." But yeah, among other things, could you imagine Zaheer convincing the Red Lotus to work with the League of Assassins? That would be a dangerous unit. Those guys working together. Those two communities working together. That is scary. And Ra's getting access to people who can bend. Getting access to benders. Yeah, this would be a very bad combination. I would feel pretty bad for Batman, and as well as Korra and the rest of pretty much everyone else. There would be blood. There would be blood everywhere. I will say that. But yeah, these two working together would just not be a good idea for anyone. Among other things, I think it would be interesting to see Zaheer curious about all the curious about who is Batman. And Ra's telling him stories about Batman, and I think Zaheer would be very curious to see hear all these stories of Batman, a guy who has no powers and is able to hold his own against someone like the Demon's Head, and hold his own against the likes of gods, literally. Even though he could still lose, he still stands his ground. And yeah, I think Zaheer would be like, I can see why you hold him in such a high esteem. Let's see how well he can hold himself against me. I don't really think he would, like, Zaheer himself would have any quarrel with Batman, because he's on, I think he would see Batman as like a man who's trying to protect not so much world powers, but more like the common man. I think he would, respect Batman in that degree. Among other things, I think Ra's would be very curious on how the League of Assassins trains, and if he did undergo that training, that's even a scarier thought. Could you imagine Zaheer, after he gets the train, he spends some time training in Mandapar Bet, and what comes after that? You thought Zaheer was dangerous now. Imagine if he did get all that training from, Ra's and the rest of the League of Assassins. What if he came out totally different, now with martial arts skills, and now he's a ninja with airbending skills. Let that sink in. He could now be a ninja with, multiple weapons on him. And yeah. That is just something that would just scare you, wouldn't it? Yeah. But all in all, I do see these two having like mutual respect for one another, but I do kind of see like the whole object of the whole thing about what defines as innocence would probably be the breaking point between Zaheer and Ra's. But for the most part, these two would definitely have some common goals. They would have some common interests, and I think they would share a mutual understanding on world powers, and there would be a lot of respect between these two guys. There would definitely be some major respect between both Zaheer and Ra's. But yeah, you guys tell me, what do you guys think Ra's al Ghul would think of Zaheer? Do you think they'd get along? Do you think they would? What do you think would happen if the Red Lotus and the League of Assassins worked together? And what do you think would happen if Zaheer decided to train with Ra's al Ghul? And what do you how bad of a situation that would be for everybody else? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.